to tell you as you come around a little story about the heart and my personal practice that I don't share with many people. I think we have miracles all the time in medicine, but with doctors don't, as you just relax and come back, okay? Doctors don't call them miracles, of course. We just say whatever, whatever. It's our job, people get better, whatever. But they happen all the time, and every doctor knows this. A patient comes in with a sore throat, and after 10 minutes of talking, they say, that's strange, my throat's got better. We didn't give them anything, but they got better. It's a little miracle. So this gentleman comes into my office, the graveyard shift, 5:30 at night on a Friday, and I'm really tired by then, I can tell you, because I do this all week. I work at the coalface. And just the sort of person who triggers my personality. And we're all experienced of this. Certain people just do it. This one's male, tall, middle-aged, thinks he knows everything, and thinks that, I don't know why, but they think people like me are somehow very witchy. I'm totally based in science, but there we are. And I'm a doctor trained in Harvard, but apparently that's not good enough. And he's desperate, that's why he's there, and I get that energy immediately. However, he starts to, and I'm really fantasizing about, having my cocktail down the road at the Mandarin in 30 minutes. I'm deep in my fantasy and thinking, okay, I'll do my best, but how quickly can we get this over? Because for me, it's a difficult energy. And he sits down, I say, why are you here? What can I do for you? I put on my pleasant smile. And literally, this is a story of heart opening, my heart opening. Because he tells me a story. I've had a headache. I've had a dreadful headache for 3 years, and can't work, I can't sleep, and I've been to all these top doctors, neurologists. I've had brain scans, nothing. They can't find anything wrong, and no one can help me. I said, wow, as anyone would say. I say, well, when did it start? And he says, it started after my daughter got killed in a car crash. So, in that, I just drop my personality baggage, my defensiveness, basically, right? My defensiveness, my mild irritation. And because we're doctors, we're allowed to touch people. It's not yet illegal for doctors to touch people. No one else is allowed to touch anyone in society, but doctors can still touch them, right? And so I went up and we call it examination. And I just felt compelled to touch his forehead. And as I say, I drop my defensiveness, my baggage. I access the compassion of my own heart, a very powerful thing. And we can talk, the cows come home about what really happens in healing. I have an idea, it's holographic resonance with the universal healing forces. And I don't channel, I don't do anything. I just allow healing to happen by doing this, right? Because I open the compassion of my own heart, I connect to him, and he gets healed. I believe actually what happens is I allow him to do the healing by my connection, which is a different thing from me doing any healing. But the bottom line is, what happened in the office is I put my hand on his forehead for a few seconds, no more than 30, or else it gets weird. And took my hand off and said, oh, that's weird. My headache's gone. First time in 3 years. And, what can you say in a doctor-like way? I say, that's good, please come back if it returns. And he walks out. And I never heard from him again. Because that's life. That's what happens. Right? That's what happens. And you don't get a word of thank you, you never hear from him again, he doesn't refer anyone, because that's okay. That's okay. That's what you do. And we don't do it to get thanks, because it all comes back. But I think it's interesting that that is an example of what we call medicine of spontaneous healing, or a mini miracle. But how does it happen? So I've really got a good grip on how this happens. And that's why I'm encouraging us all to access the power of our own hearts. I believe this happens because, as Jesus said famously, when 2 or more of you are present, I also am there. So my energy, his energy. Right now we've got lots of energy, so it's even better. But it doesn't take much. My energy as a catalyst with his energy, light energies, opens up a Pandora's box. He can access the healing he requires to get over what undoubtedly was a psychosomatic illness. deep grief, deep trauma of his daughter's death, making him have a headache, which was extremely real. It wasn't a fantasized headache, the guy couldn't work. And he's a really successful, he runs an engineering company. So you all have examples of this. I know you all do different types of healing. And now I'm here to give you an idea of maybe how this is actually working in a scientific way. So there we are. We had a heart healing experience, and then I shared my story about heart opening. Because everyone's always saying, oh, your heart's open, it's not open, it's closed. Well, how vague can you get? What does it even mean, you know? I think it means we allow ourselves to use our own energies, right? It's like saying I allow myself, I discovered I had a voice after doing many singing lessons, but I wouldn't allow myself to use my voice, right? Before I discovered I could do it. Do you know what I mean? I could actually make nice sounds. Never knew that.